Hello everyone, my name is Vladimir Kazarinov and this is a vlog about Russia. So in this video I would like to keep on telling about the size of country in one certain aspect. So let me explain what I mean. So if we look on the map of the Earth, on the global map, let's use a globe view, so to avoid distortions. So we see that actually the world is around, not a flat surface, but still we can see that Russia is really big, really immense country comparing to other countries. And usually also we can notice that it's brought mostly from the east to west, which means that the country has a lot of time zones. So this is the certain aspect about which I would like to tell in this certain video. Time zones, you probably know what it is, what it means. This means that since the Earth rotates around the sun, so in different sides of the Earth, people have different time zones, different time. So they have sunset or dawns in different times, so that vary from one country to another, from one zone to another. So that's really really basic. And if we first of all, let's look on global view on different time zones in different countries, and we can see that most countries have one certain time zones, including really big countries like India, like China. The countries are really big, really huge in terms of territory and or especially in terms of population, but they have one certain time zone for the for their own country, which is really convenient because in this country all the people have same certain time. They can really be organized. They can coordinate their efforts in business and personal for some issues, which is really convenient. There are some countries which have more than one time zone. Especially I would like to mention the United States, which has 6 time zones. So let's count 1, 2, including Alaska, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 time zones, which is less convenient. People have to coordinate their efforts. People have different time in different in the different territories of this country. Speaking of Russia, Russia has 11 time zones, which is absolute world record. The second position is held by the United States, which has 6 time zones, but Russia has 11. Oh my God! So let's have a look on them. So let's have a more precise look on time zones of Russia. So that's the way it is. So Russia has 11 time zones. Let's count them. So here in Kaliningrad Oblast we have the first, the very eastern time zone. Here we have a second Moscow time zone, in which the majority of population live. Next, third are 3, 4, little, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, which is including Kamchatka Peninsula, the most eastern part of Russia. So that's the way it is. So 11 time zones, which the reality which Russians face in their everyday life. So what it means for everyday life of Russians, of people who live in Russia. Actually this brings in everyday life some sources of inconvenience. So, and let me explain. I would mention two sources of inconvenience. First of all, if you have some remote business communication, or if you have fully remote online job, which is in my situation, and you have partners, colleagues, employees, customers all around the country, which means that you always have to keep in mind their time zone and your own time zone. So what time every certain partner, every certain employee has in his own city where he or she is located. So you always have to keep in mind, like, I am here, I have this certain time. So let's say my partner is in Novosibirsk, so he's now in this time zone, so his current time is this, and my employees, let's say, in Vladivostok, so he or she probably, for sure, not probably, has this time. So you always have to coordinate what time different colleagues, different partners for your business communications have, and somehow coordinate this with some business tasks, some business routine, and all these things. So actually, the second additional source of inconvenience means that business communications could move a little bit slower when comparing to a situation when the partners would have just one, maybe two time zone. Because let's say I'm sending an email to my partner, to my employee, but he's now out of working time. He's now in evening time zone, so he's not working anymore. So I realized that I sent him email, so he probably will reply me the next morning when in his time zone. So I will be able to write this email when I will wake up in the morning the next day and will reply to him. So this actually makes business communications a little bit slow, but it's fine. Somehow people coordinate, somehow people have to adapt to this situation. So this is what it is. The second source of inconvenience of having so many time zones is jet lag. When you travel, when you move from one time zone to another. I will give you my personal example. In this summer, I have some vacations, so I visited some Russian cities and some post-Soviet cities, and I had my flight back from Moscow to my hometown Irkutsk. So the flight took 5.5 hours, and the distance between Moscow and Irkutsk is 5 hours. Why did it really often takes place? Why people, including me, really often have flight from Moscow to Moscow, from Moscow and back? Because Moscow, the capital of the country, is still the central hub for air bus transportation, so a lot of flights, a lot of trips starts with Moscow and end with Moscow. Actually, this is a good city to visit. Additionally, I've been in Moscow a lot of times, and this is a really nice city. But when I came back to my hometown, I faced really big 5 hours jet lag, so it took me almost 5 days to recover, to adapt, to get back in normal, to feel myself in my regular, in my usual, my home time zone. So it is what it is. That's kind of pay for having such big territories, for such immense territories, immense spaces, and this is actually not so much convenient. So, but it is what it is. So every country has some unperfectness in its location. That is. So I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching this video, and see you in next videos.